This makeshift memorial for the 7-year-old girl surrounding these two oak trees continues to grow, and investigators continue to chase down leads. This morning, police tell us they've interviewed 90 sex offenders who live within a 5-mile radius of the girl's home, and so far there doesn't appear to be a break in the case. Florida investigators say they're frustrated but determined.
We have now received in upwards of 1,100 tips and leads. That is 1,100.
And they've checked out almost every one, and still no answers as to how 7-year-old Summer Thompson disappeared and then ended up dead in this landfill some 50 miles away. She was last seen alive a week ago, walking home from school with her friends. Investigators had focused on this vacant home, but after searching it repeatedly, they didn't report any new leads.
When is this going to stop? When are they going to let our kids alone?
On Sunday, families here held fundraisers for the 7-year-old's family.
7-9, claim your prize.
Money to help pay for the girl's funeral. Even here, parents were on alert, worried about a killer on the loose.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's here. That's how I really feel about it.
Yeah, really?
Yeah. I'm looking around.
Families stood in line to fingerprint their children, records they hope they'll never need.
So now we got to look out for each other.
Yeah.
I'm not just going to look out for mine. I got to look out for her kids and then somebody else's kids.
Outside the girl's home, they continue to hold vigil.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine.
Her mother says she's praying for justice.
All I want is to happen is that my baby didn't die in vain and that we catch him.
Authorities have sent items they've collected from the landfill and the home where the 7-year-old was last seen to a crime lab, hoping for some clue. The visitation is tonight and the funeral services are tomorrow. Robin.
All right. Thank you, Steve. And joining us now live from Fort Worth, Texas, is the host of America's Most Wanted, John Walsh, with more on this. John, it's so good to have you with us this morning. I know you have been covering this since Summer went missing last Monday. You talked to the lead sheriff last night. What are you hearing, John?
Well, Sheriff Rick Beasler of Clay County has put an extraordinary effort into this search. He's an old veteran. He worked in the prosecutor's office for 20 years as well as being the sheriff. And I think he's done an extraordinary job here. He's taking it very personally. He has 50 full-time investigators working this case. And it was a genius stroke to follow those garbage trucks to that dump in case Summer's body was in there. That was the home run of getting her body when it was relatively fresh out of that garbage dump before it was buried under tons of garbage. And he's been going very hard on all the tips and all the sex offenders in that area.
As you said, you've been in close contact with Sheriff Beasler. And John, we know your vast experience and insight when it comes to these kinds of cases. What is your gut telling you about what happened here?
Well, the sheriff and I both feel that it was a predator who's probably done it before. I don't know if it's the same guy, but 20 years ago there were 4 kidnappings in the Jacksonville area of small children under same circumstances after school or on their way to the buses that were never solved. So I would hate to think that this is a serial child killer who has raised his ugly head. I've seen this happen before. Rapists and child killers come out of retirement because they can't stop. I hope that isn't the case, but Sheriff Beasler thinks that this is a cool, calculating, smart predator who thought he would get away with it, thought that Summer's body would never be found. So they're dealing with a pretty smart guy here. But he's looking very, very hard at certain people, and I know this sheriff is going to find who killed Summer.
I know they looked hard at the 161 registered sex offenders that were in a mile or two radius of Summer's home, and you think about those that are registered and those who are not. Time is of the essence here, isn't it, John?
Time is absolutely of the essence, and it's one thing to look at registered sex offenders, but since the Adam Walsh Act was passed in 3 years ago, when President Bush signed it in the Rose Garden, the Justice Department now says that there are 100,000 convicted sex offenders who are in parole violations. So it could be a roamer, a guy who came into the area to visit relatives or just came through the area, and he's not in the Florida sex offender registry. So you may be dealing with a mobile predator that came into that area. But they have good evidence. They have a terrific medical examiner working on this, a medical examiner from Georgia who has worked on many, many cases. And I think Rick Beasler and his crew are going to break this case. They're also working with Florida Department of Law Enforcement, who has a new software donated by a company named TLO in Boca Raton, Florida, that tracks child pornography through peer-to-peer exchange of pedophiles. Sometimes these guys will brag over the internet about what they did, and this software was used first in the state of Florida, and Rick Beasler, Sheriff Rick Beasler, is using all these tools with the FBI to narrow down who killed this little girl. But people should be on high alert there because a child killer is at large.
And they're hard at work in finding who that is. And I know you're going to have this case on your show on Saturday, is that right? Most Wanted?
Well, unfortunately, we were preempted. We were going to have it on this Saturday night, and then the Yankees game preempted us Saturday night. We were going to have a big piece because we get thousands of tips on cases like this. And then the game was rained out. But Fox Sports, David Hill, who runs Fox Sports, did something extraordinary. They showed Little Summer's piece and showed Summer's picture with the America's Most Wanted 800 number to try to get people to call in. We did get some tips that we turned over to Sheriff Beasler.
People know something. You have to believe that. So hopefully someone will
Absolutely.
come forward. John Walsh, as always, your insight is invaluable. Thank you so much. Have a good day, John.
Thank you, Robin.
Thank you.